Hey guys, welcome back to my close fanfic. So we are going to read another one for you. Four new fics, but half of them are done. The what is it? I like the me, I know you or something like that, and it doesn't have to be weird. I've read both of them now. So next one I'm going to read according to wherever I spent my last video, which is I think I know you. So this is the next fic I'm reading. And then afterwards, after this, I'm reading Drift Compatible. For now, I think I do. All right, so it is College AU. It's a dating sim AU. If you know Sim, that you'll probably, it's a dating simulator. Yeah, it's not a Sims there playing big. It's a dating sim, simulator. So it's a dating simulator. And it's a bartender. Lance is a bartender, and then there's fine. Okay. All right. So let's read the summary. All right. Okay. Lance has always been a fan of love, and with his own love life being non-existent as of late, he jumps at the opportunity to be a beta tester for Mass New Dating Sim game. It's a pretty good game, and Lance finds sense of playing it long after he gives Matt his game report. And that is for one specific reason. He is wonderful, perfect, hot as hell in-game boyfriend. Is he a little obsessed? Maybe. Does he care? No. At least not until Paige introduces him to her friend Keith, who is the original Keith and very much a real person. You think Lance would have the upper hand seducing Keith with all of his unintended keen research. So Badlands is a by disaster and a whirling storm of game. And I think this is where this is going. So this is a Matt creating this game, a dating simulator, where Keith is it is a character in that game, and then notices about the actual Keith. I mean, Lance plays a lot of games, video games. Hey, I don't know who to judge. Okay, so yeah, this is from in June of 2019. This is around almost 3 years ago. So the prompt says a clan staying sim AU where Lance falls for his in-game working key, who is based on a real life key. Okay, now this prompt makes sense now. All right, without any further ado, let's read this. All right, I think I know you. Lance has a problem, and it's the fact that he's dying. The reason for his current slow process of extinction? Extreme sleep deprivation that caffeine can't even seem to cure. I'm dying, honk, he groans. Words slurred due to the fact that the entire side of his face currently is smushed against the table's smooth surface. He hopes they cleaned these recently, but he can't bring himself to care if they didn't. Honk doesn't bother looking up in the syllabus packet he's skimmed through, but he does reach out a hand to finally pat Lance's shoulder. Okay, he missed the first few times, but he gets there eventually. I told you not to stay up so late, buddy. I know. It's not the summer anymore, and you got 8 a.m.s this semester. You can't stay up like that. I know. Habits die hard. Give me a little sympathy here, man. My sympathy ran out the third time. I reminded you to go to bed last night. What were you doing anyway? Nothing. He grumbles, glaring at the table as he immediately picks at a knot in the wood with a fingernail. Just playing a game. There's a pause. Lance doesn't need to look up to know the hunk is processing, thinking, and slotting information into place. When you've been friends as long as they have, you learn to interoperate each other's silences. You can always pinpoint the exact moment Hunk will come to the right conclusion. Right about you were playing that dang sim game at me, weren't you? Now, bingo. Ding, we had a winner, folks. Give the boy a prize. Maybe Matt gave you that game like a month ago. Yeah, so like, aren't you done with it yet? It's just a dancing game. You were playing it like nonstop over the summer. With your attention span, I'm surprised you haven't gotten bored of it yet. Okay, one, I take offense to that, but that's fair. And two, it's more than just a dating. It's actually so complex. And there are a lot of paths to take and a lot of customizable options and stuff. it actually has a pretty cool AI, and the characters like learn about you and adjust their choices based on how you played so far. And it's not over once you start dating the character. There are whole dating arcs and stuff, Honk. It's so cool. Honk just humps. Have this right. Lansdale's just humoring him at this point. Hunk's heard the whole rant before. I get it. I just thought you would have exhausted the game by now. Yeah, well, that's almost. Nails dug into the table. It's a really good game. That's an understatement. It's not just a good game. Lance kind of obsessed with it. Like, embarrassingly obsessed with it. He's starting to think Hunk is realizing just how deep this obsession runs. But even he's just scratching the surface. And Lance would rather die than let his best friend know they kind of be positive. For sure, Mansley refers to his in-game boyfriend as his, well, boyfriend. Knows how pathetic that sounds, okay? He's obsessed with a two-dimensional fictional character in a game his friend's brothers made. But like, come on. For one, this guy is beautiful. Like drop dead gorgeous. Like plucking every single one of Lane's heartstrings and check all his boxes kind of gorgeous. Bad boy with razor edge and a heart hidden behind a barbed and roughened exterior, but soft as hell on the inside, low to a fall, and overwhelmingly kind. Selfless, stubborn, determined. He's got that fire in him that draws Lance in, keeps him on his toes, makes heart skip beats, and his insides turn to mush. And the best part? When he first started playing as one of Matt's beta testers, he did his job and played through all the characters. He would all the options, but it wasn't easy. And sometimes he had to guess on answers or make choices he would normally make just to get the character to like him. But with this guy, Lance didn't even have to try. He honestly and truly could choose choices he would make. And this guy ate it up. Even though he's technically kind of done with beta testing thing, Lance can't stop playing the game. Can't stop going on dates with his boyfriend. Even he's already gone on them already. Can't stop playing just to see his sprite laugh and blush and smirk and pout. He even plays with headphones on and his volume turned up because there are a couple of voice lines. And that laugh, God, he loves that laugh. All deep and breathy and genuine. It's okay, so you know it's kind of pathetic, all right? Look at Lancey Lance giving on real life romance already, and has thrown himself into the world of fictional dating. Laugh it up. There's a reason he doesn't tell his friend just how deep his love in this game goes. He knows they won't get it. Heck, half the time he doesn't even get it himself. It's weird, but can't stop it. It's just his real life track record has been abysmal. This guy, despite being two-dimensional and fictional, makes him feel something, makes him feel special, makes him feel good for once. He's sure will pass eventually, but for now, Lance is fine indulging his fictional game boyfriend, hitting his butt off for someone who isn't even real. Man, that just sounds dumb, isn't it? Whatever, he's not hurting anymore. Besides himself, it'll be fine. Though he should probably lay off the late nights. Staying up to 3 a.m. isn't going to go over well as soon as his a.m. jogging class starts up next week. God, why the heck did he decide an a.m. jogging class would be a good idea? Paige is here, Hunk says, setting his syllabus package down. Lance hasn't even looked at his own yet, and he was practically skipping his classes. He should probably do that sometime. Looks like she brought her friend with her. What friend? The one she said she's known for years? Matt's friend's little brother? Whenever he said he was transferring to our university this year, she wanted to bring him by today to meet us. Oh, right. So it slipped his mind. Student. He's tired. Hunk nudges his arm, but Lance just grunts and lazily slaps his hand away. He's working on lifting his head. He really is. But the table is just so dang comfortable. But he's pretty sure his face is stuck in the surface. Oh well, who needs good first impressions anyway? Hey guys, he says, followed immediately by, what's wrong with Lance? He was up all night playing games. So was I, but you don't see me lying all over the table. Be gone, goblin spawn. Lance grunts, mumble mocking, lifted his hand to give her the finger. He hears a soft snort at that, which trails up into a soft, breathy chop. A shiver runs down his spine, body going stiff as something itches in the back of his mind. That definitely was a pitch. Why does it sound so familiar? The laugh is gone before he could think too hard about it, but the memory of it echoes in his head, ricocheting around. Some twists, and he can't shake the feeling that he's missing something. He finally sits up, groaning softly as his face peels off the table. He lifts a hand to rub it, isolated and tired as he lifts his head to look at Pitch, and his breath catches his throat, stopped by his heart firmly lodging itself there. It can practically feel the way his brain sputters and sparks, gears growing to a stop with smoke and everything. Because standing right there, towering over Pitch, dressed in black skinny jeans, combat boots, and a leather jacket, all his dark hair and navy-eyed glory, is Lance's boyfriend. Guys, this is Keith. He doesn't realize I said it out loud. All breathy and shocked and probably way too soft for the situation. Until those dark eyes snapped to him. Brows raised to vision. He can feel Pitch and a honk looking at him, too. But he can't look away from Keith. The curve of his jaw is the same. That smooth, pale skin, even the scar on his cheek, the tilt of his nose, those bushy, expensive brows and eyes that Lance is embarrassed to see he's lost himself in countless times through a computer screen. His hair looks even softer at first. Oh God, it's Keith. In person. In the flesh. Keith, his boyfriend from a gosh darn dang sim, is standing right in front of him, staring at him. Adorably confused as he tilts his head, lips purse. Do I know you? Lance chokes. At least he thinks he does. It definitely feels like he does, and is pretty sure he hears himself make this garbled, flustered, embarrassing noises. Then he's suddenly on his feet, eyes wide and face burning, arms and legs spread, like a wild freaking animal. Nearly toppling out of his chair and nearly catching himself on the table. He vaguely registered that his bag is clutched in one hand, eyes snap between all of them, mouth trying to failing to form the right words until, I gotta go, bye, and then runs out of the coffee shop like heck itself is nipping at his heels, tripping over two chairs and colliding with three people on his way out. Alright, first of all, I need some sleep, okay? I know staying up until like 3 a.m. I've done before, and it's so like I'm feeling crap right now when I have to do this. But when I wake up around like maybe I don't know 8 hours, 11 a.m., you definitely feel like crap right now. You feel groggy and not even in the right place right now. If you hear my voice is deep and I feel like a little nasally, I apologize. I'm kind of feel a bit under the weather right now, but I gotta recover as much as I can. Anyways, now we're not talking about that. Lance, man, he's staring at that video game for a long time because he's focusing on this in-game boyfriend. It's the same person as real life, right? Think he in-game. He likes to fall in love with that one in that character. And then all of a sudden, right now they're in the middle of the college. They have some work to do. They have the semester to start. They got all the syllabus. It's college. It's really hard. Wake up at 8 in the morning. It's just if you have like 8 a.m. class, don't worry. I have a class around like 7:30, 7:40. I can't even get myself tired of this. I don't know about you, but this is yeah. Seeing Keith is right there, right in front of him, in person. Like it's right there. And I don't know why he's being hallucinated by this thing. Staying up all night playing this thing that Matt created. Like, is that a problem or something? Or not? But let's get down to the next part because there's gotta be something. Okay, this is the text right here. Here you go. Matt, what the heck? What the heck? Hello to you too. What do I owe with the pleasure? Action the Matt. Yeah, I don't know how to interoperate that. Like I'm a fan of key smash and all, but I'm gonna need context. I'm freaking out, man. Clearly. Do I need to call Pidge? She can get to you a lot quicker than I can. No, no, oh, you can't know about this. Okay. And this is what exactly? Keith. Keith, like Cher's little brother, Keith, transferred to your university, Keith. Team up with Paige to make my team cheers. Heck, Keith. Try. He's in your freaking game, Keith. Super hot bad boy with a heart of gold and freaking adorable smile, Keith. My recent obsession, Keith. I played your stupid game nonstop even after you giving me the beta report because I want to keep going on big stupid game dates with him, Keith. My virtual boyfriend via your stupid dating sim, Keith. Oh, that Keith. Yeah, no crap, that Keith. Matt, what the heck? Okay, I can explain. I made a lot of characters snacky, but I ran out of ideas and needed a few more. So there are some who are based off of my friends. I mean, you're in it, and so is Hunk and Cheer. And Keith? Yeah, and Keith. Hello. I kind of put him in there as a joke. I warned him if he said it would pitch in our slim prank war that I'd add him to my dating game. I don't think he believed me, but I did it. Oddly enough, he's actually been really popular with the beta testers. With you the most, though. I didn't realize you were that obsessed with it. It didn't stand out that much in your report. That's because I was trying to play it cool and didn't want you to know I was obsessed with dating this fictional character. Wow. Well, don't. Do not. Man, I'm freaking out over here. I'm dying. I'm actively dying. Don't be so dramatic. Isn't this a good thing? How the heck is this a good thing? Because now you have a chance to date the real Keith. Dot, dot, dot. You didn't think of that, didn't you? Look, okay. So the Keith in game is pretty much exactly like the real Keith. I even put all his little soft stuff in there in his hard gold, as you put it. She'll help me secretly record voice lines for him. It's supposed to poke fun at him because he doesn't like letting people in and seeing that he's just a softie. But I guess that kind of does it for you, doesn't it? Don't mock me, okay? He's so hot and single and friends with your friends and currently go to your school. And if you win the game, you could probably do it out of the game. Can't say the F word there. Go get him, Tiger. Oh, I'm going to hand slavery. Oh, what has come to? And Matt can explain about this report because he was trying all these beta tests. Lance is the like the biggest tester that we have. It's like is the most significant tester of playing this little Dane sim. It's based on the friends they have, and then Lance started to test with this in-person key, and now real key stands there, and Matt did that for this sibling prank of him and Pitch. Been doing this for I don't know for the past few months or something like that. But Lance is oh god. Oh my god, Lance is so crazy. I'm gonna put this in front of you just to remind you. Lance is crazy. Okay? He cannot be self lately. Boy. Okay. That's enough for that. But I'm oh, I can't even stop freaking I can't even make myself faces. After that, I'm just oh my god. Okay, let's move on here because I don't want to get myself insane about it. Sorry. Okay, all right, move on now. Despite Matt's encouragements, getting him a lot harder than Lance hoped would be. He has himself up for it, somehow convinced himself that he's got this because he knows Keith so well. But when it comes right down to it, Lance can help him complete and consume panic whenever he's faced with real Keith. Because they sim Keith, he's already his boyfriend. He's programmed to be his boyfriend, programmed to like him as long as he makes all the right choices. He doesn't get a say in how it feels. Doesn't judge Lance for how his own character looks. And Lance's name is a smooth thing, a wooing machine. Keith in real life is completely free to make whatever judgments he wants with no obligation to like Lance whatsoever. And all those walls he has at the beginning of the game, yeah, those are up. And Lance is terrified. He won't be able to climb over them. What if he tries and fails? What if he doesn't even want him to? And Lance in real life, good gosh, he's never seen himself this clumsy over anyone before. But the panic gets to him, makes him say stupid stuff or just garble sounds, makes him flail his long limbs around like an idiot, makes him trip and stumble and fumble things. And yeah, okay, so maybe Keith cracks a smile when Lance makes an idiot out of himself. And maybe it makes it easier to deal with his embarrassment. Keith chuckles at his antics, but it's killing him slowly, painfully. He's kind of maybe started trying to avoid Keith. He's not sure if it's to avoid his embarrassment, but to keep his poor heart at rest. Because he's a complete and utter wreck of nerves around him. Probably an unholy trinity of all three. Either way, it has him making up dumb excuse, running away when they see Keith, and on more than one occasion, jumping over bushes to escape. It's on his third bush escape that Hunk finally corners him. Okay, dude, spill, he says one evening when they're just chilling in their dorm. As at his desk, reclining in the chair, and Lance is on his bed, lying spread eagle with his face buried in his pillow. Why are you so hung up on Keith? I'm not hung up on Keith, most voice mama. You're a complete mess whenever he's around. And sometimes your liver run away. Your voice gets all high pitched and squeaky. It does not. And that only happens when you're super nervous. So why are you super nervous? No, dude. You gotta spell this one out for me. Like, I'm usually good at reading you, but I literally can't tell if you're into it or if you hate it. You flip back and forth so quickly, I think you got whiplash. Lance rolls onto his side, grabbing his pillow and hugging it to his chest, curling his body as small as he can. He stares at the floor, unable to meet Conk's gaze, mumbling to the pillow. I don't hate him. So you like him then? Kinda. He glances up, peeking through his lashes, in time to see Hunk raise it up. And what does that mean? Also, you knew his name when we met him, even though you didn't even remember Pitch had a friend transferring in. Also, what's with that thing on Wednesday? Lance narrows his eyes. What thing? You not only knew his favorite movie, but you answered the question for him, and then looked panicked and ran away, screaming something about having food poisoning. Lance goes, rolling onto his back and covering his face with the pillow's palms. Why am I so awkward? You're always awkward around the people you like. I am not. I'm smooth and charming. Maybe then you're just flirting. But when you actually like someone, you're usually a mess. Trust me, I've witnessed it. Another wordless groan, long and suffering. Maybe he pushes the pillow down hard enough, gets suffocating himself. If it makes you feel any better, I think he finds it endearing. It sits up abruptly fast enough that his head stops spinning. The pillow falling to his left, he shouts, What? Immediately wincing at how high his voice climbs. Hunk just smirks, leaning back in his chair. Yeah, I don't think he's put off by the awkwardness. He is usually pretty soon by it, but he gets all uncertain and quiet when you run away or avoid him. Hunk frowns, and Lance frowns. It's just an all-around frown fest. When Hunk speaks again, it's gentle. Why don't you, try talking to him? He was a hand around the air, gestures vague and frustrated. But complicated. Then explain to me, and make it less complicated. Just fine. But you have to promise not to make fun of me, okay? It's a strained plea, but he feels his heart break. Hunk bless just smiles. All kinds of sweet and patient. Genuine insists. Ready? You know I won't. Not when it's got you this stressed out. Okay. He runs his fingers through his hair, taking the bit. Okay. Bring me my laptop and come sit with me. 15 minutes later, they're both sitting on Lance's bed, backs against the wall, side by side. Lance's laptop is on his thighs. Meditating sim game open on the screen. Opens Lance's most recent and favorite save file. Hunk leans against Lance's shoulder, eyes wide and mouth hanging open. He stares at the lap screen. Holy crap, he whispers. Yeah, Lance says with a little laugh, a giddy sort of relief at being able to share this with someone. Holy crap! Yeah, he's in the game too. I know. He's, oh my god, Lance. Is he the reason you play this game so much? Lance doesn't answer, just makes a garbled sound and drops his head back in the hard wall door room. Oh my god. Now do you see why I'm so awkward around him? Lance asked, honestly, trying to show something to indicate how it's feeling. It doesn't go well. He nearly elbows Hunk in the face. He's perfect. He's hot and kind, just gosh, Hunk. He's so perfect in this game. And now he's real and in front of me. And I don't know how to handle it. Maybe try talking to him. Ugh. And not running away. Ugh. And being a less of a body disaster. Ugh. Hunk wraps him up in a hug and Lance lets himself be crushed in those big, strong, confident arms. It'll be okay, buddy. You'll figure it out. But this is pretty cool, right? You have a chance to woo your digital boyfriend in real life. I guess. You can't tell me that's not exciting. Lance feels so small. Something flutters in his chest, slow and nested, but warm and consuming all the same. Yeah, whispers. I guess it is. My God, what's got into this spick, man? Ah, okay, yeah. This is why Lance been just being around and just, you know, getting all of this one because like he's nervous, he's shy, and just you can tell the Hunk about this game that was. And then when he showed on where this one is, and that screen where it saves, boom, in the game, got Lance involved, and then Keith's involved in the game, and Hunk says like, what? Yeah, that happened. That happened. I mean, Keith in real life, and then Keith. So yeah, this is just oh man, Lance is now that's why Lance had to deal with this thing because it's been surrounded by gay stuff all and with gay, and then in the middle is bi. Yeah, he got trapped. He's now in the eye of the gay store, if you want to call that. Oh my god, I cannot even start. I mean, I can't stop. I can't stop laughing because if I somehow laugh at this, I cannot continue on because why the hell this story? Why? Why is this happening? Am I getting over this? Am I crazy? Am I that oblivious? Am I those things? I don't know. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell is going on, but damn it, he's crazy. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say that out, but oh my god. Who would have knew this happens? I can't stop laughing right now. What the hell? Okay, let's move on. Lance is currently dying, and this time only has like 25% to do with sleep deprivation, and the other 25% has to do with the fact that Keith is in his 8 a.m. jogging class. You know what's harder than normal Keith? Keith in legging and a loose tank top with his hair pulled back in his messy little point. And you know what's cuter than normal Keith? Sleepy Keith with half-lit eyes, slow reaction times, and little freaking yawns. So yeah, man's dying. And since he'll soon be deceased, he might as well start all his courage and go downswing. So pumps up his chest, shakes out his arms, lifts his chin, and manages to only trip once on his way over to Keith. Hey, Keith, he says, nearly catching himself from falling flat on his face. He straightens, slapping a sheepish smile on his face as Keith blinks over him. Fancy meeting you here. Hey, Lance, he says, holy crap, his voice is all low and rumbly. Morning Keith is a good look on him. His brows pitch, let's person into this adorable look on. What are you doing? I'm in this class too, he reports, a little too quickly, not followed by a laugh that's a little too high. He clears his throat, crosses his arms, and shifts his sleeve. Yeah, I have this class too. Oh, Zol says. And Lance can feel the awkwardness creeping. He looks away, scratching his cheek. Cool. So, he glances back to him, and he bitches. Do you want to maybe, like, run together? He just stares at him, all pensive and confused, and Lance rushes on babbling. I mean, we kind of have to run together anyway, because this is a jogging class, and we're both in the class. 5 minutes, like, together, side by side. Lance and Keith, neck and neck, or something. Keith, don't laugh at me. Keith covers his mouth, trying to hide it. But Lance has already heard sorts of ready. I'll try it again. I can't. He covers his mouth to try to hide it, but Lance has already heard his soft snort and read the chunks. His eyes crinkle at the corners, eyes sparkling. Sorry, he mumbles, not to look all like he means it. He lets his hand drop, crossing his arms as he trusts. I guess I just thought you didn't like me very much. That's not true. Lance snapped before stepping the hand over his mouth, eyes going wide. He stares, sorry. Lance groans, squeezing his eyes shut as he rubs his hand over his face. I mean, I'm just so much harder than things. In the game, there's options to choose from. He never has to come up with the words himself. And with Keith, the answers always seem obvious. He just went with his own choice, and it always seemed to be the right one. It's the big reason why Lance grew so attached to him in the first place. So just think, Lance. Think. If this were the part of the game, what option would you choose? It's too late for a pickup line. He's already past the point of looking smooth, and brushing it off would just feel like a step backwards. So just leaps. Honesty. I'm just awkward, and you're intimidating and pretty. You think I'm pretty? Lance spreads his wings, peering through them, feeling his heart stutter at Keith's open expression. A little surprised, a little uncertain, a little bashful. And scoops, dropping his arms to cross them over his chest. Yeah? Pretty intimidating? That's what I said. The corner of Keith's lips quirking to the shadows. That's not what you said. It is so. He simply smiled at him. Sure, Lance. The teacher calls for them to get dealing with the path they're supposed to run through and around campus. They're to go at their own pace, but wait at the designated endpoint when they're done. Come on, pretty boy, Lance says, playfully shoving Keith's shoulder as he steps past. It flashed him cocky smirk. Keith always loved challenges. It was Lance's go-to strategy for getting close to him, and always kept things interesting. Just another thing that drew him to Keith. Hope's real Keith is the same. Think you can keep up with me? Something flashes in Keith's eyes, sending a thrill shooting down Lance's spine. His lips curve, cocky and confident. He lifts his chin, suddenly far more awake than the fire burning behind his face. This is a race? It is, if you want it to be. Darn Lance. He gets a head start because Lance trips over his own feet, caught off guard and thrown off balance by that deadly smirk. Lance's head is so dead. Holy, does it feel so good? Oh my god. What has gotten Lance going to? Like, he has, this is like practicing on a date. This is not really a date, but I mean, with a real person, this is like an actual date, and try not to be as awkward as possible. But then this big happened. Oh boy. Well, Lance's gonna have to learn to be with this person. Try not to be as awkward as possible because he knows what to do because he played that game. He played that dating sim game and have to compare that game to this real life that they're supposed to deal with. So yeah, they'll have to go through all of this. He's got the right point of it. That's just what he's trying to do. I don't think I could understand me, but it makes sense right now. He's trying to learn what this compares. This is like recreating this thing in real life, bringing from that looking into this real life. Yeah, that's just trying to do. Okay, let's move on. Things are still awkward, but they gradually get better. Lance has at least given up running away, especially after he tried it once and got stuck in the bush. He tried to play it cool when Keith walked up to him, but it's super freaking hard to play it casual when you're stuck in the bush. Thankfully, the adventure was well worth it to see that amused little smart crying Keith lips. And Keith offered a hand to glance out, and yeah, that boy has some nice hands. He doesn't stop making a fool of himself, but he stops caring as much when he realizes it's not scaring Keith away. If anything, Keith finds it amusing, maybe in a little endearing. He does that smile and roll the eyes thing that Pigeon hung to. So that's gonna be a good sign. And sometimes when Lance glances over him, because he can't never really stop looking at Keith, he'll catch Keith's gaze lingering on him. And he doesn't look away right away either. He just holds Lance's eyes for him, smiles, and Lance's stomach clenches with heat while his chest fills with butterflies. And that's gonna mean something too, right? Like maybe he actually stands a chance. He stopped playing the game, even if the itch to do so burns beneath his skin. Try once, but it's just weird when he knows the real key. It feels almost dirty, like he's doing Keith wrong somehow. Besides, despite how much he used to enjoy going on dates with Keith, all those feelings pale in comparison to the very fluttering in his chest that it feels when real Keith texts him. They don't talk about anything important, but they talk a lot, or at least Lance talks a lot and he doesn't tell him to flip off. He counts that as a win, especially when he gets distracted or quiet. And he is the one to pick the conversation back up, like he doesn't want to stop. He's all dry sarcasm and snappy wits, all sharp edges and towering walls. He's rigid and stiff, and beneath that confident bad boy exterior, he's super awkward and uncertain. And beneath that, Lance is trying to get glimpses of the soft, kind heart of gold he fell for the king. It's not all smooth sailing. Sometimes Lance pushes his buttons too hard, gets carried away, gets wrapped up in his own head or in his own defense. He goes to the wrong spot and Keith snaps back. All teeth and claws. They butt heads off and sometimes it's not playful. Sometimes they stomp off in opposite directions, leaving their friends with exasperated sighs and confused frustration on how they can so easily do a 180. But they never stay mad for long. Lance is always quick to apologize. He's always quick to awkwardly stumble through his own. All in all, things are good. Awkward, but good. Still a bit of bio disaster, but good. Give him when Keith falls asleep with his head on Lance's shoulder? Definitely, but still good. Super embarrassing when he makes a joke or knows information he got from the game, but he never actually shared. Yeah, that's bad. And Lance usually stutters through terrible segue. But you know what? Still good. I mean, I don't have anything to explain to this, but yeah, they're keeping up real good. So they're had their open. So yeah, they got everything in the right back on the right track, and then ignoring this, the game that had to deal with, Lance had to deal with. Now, still a good thing, but he doesn't know that he was in that game. That can be a little bit of something there, but who knows? Who knows what he'll react to? But hey, the things in real life is doing well. So good job. Never fear, miserable peasants, Lances swim up to their table in the library with flourish. He spins at the last one, taking a step back to fall into a deep bound. One arm held out with a small bag clenched between his fingers, and the other holding up their tray of drinks. Yeah, he's not always clumsy. Sometimes he's graceful AF. He looks up, giving them his best. Your knight in sharp honor is here. Hunk has the decency to clap, actually showing Lance some appreciation for saving the caffeine deprived buttons. He leans on one elbow, chin propped up in his palm, Ellie tapping his pen against the notebook. But at least he's smiling. Pages, hubs, drift across the table and making rapid motions with their hands. Quit the theater actions already and give me the goods. Lance turns, lifting his chin high and huffing. I'd be more grateful if I were you. Paige rolls her eyes, scowling for a moment before she takes a deep breath. She sits up then, clasping her hands beneath her chin and twisting to gaze up at him through wide eyes, fluttering her lashes at hyperspeed. Oh, my hero, the amazing, handsome, modest Sir Lance and Lance. May I pretty please have a copy? Lance grins, barely managing to hold back. Now, that's more like you. He pulls out the largest cup, sitting in front of Paige. One Hedonistic bitter concoction for pitch. She nods quickly, cradling it in her hands as she leans back with a sigh. It sets her cup down, sliding it to Honk. One Americano for my bestest buddy. Thanks, man, Honk says with a grateful sigh. No problem. And one vanilla latte, he says, setting a cup in front of me. For the bitter emo with a secret sweet tooth. He stares at it, laying hours before turning that case glance. He breathes in this awkward half squat, in the process of sitting in the seat they saved for him. What? How did you know my favorite drink? You, told me? Keith's eyes narrow. This person. No, I didn't. I didn't even know you were going to get coffee. Oh, crap, he again, didn't he? Oh, frick. How many times did I go on a coffee date with Gang Keith? So many. Probably too many. But his sprite looks extra soft and cute under the in-game coffee shop behind me. Okay. Well, lucky guess. He forces a laugh that sounds stilted and strained before setting the small bag on the table, pushing it until it stops in front of me. This is for you, too, he mumbles. I'm able to meet Keith's eyes. There's hesitation before he reaches for it, and there's definitely an awkward silence stretched between. He doesn't need to look to know that Pidge and Honk are watching the two of them closely, curiously, and with maybe a little too much investment. Front row seats watch Lance's disaster attempt to flirt with a cute boy. You got me donuts? He says, voice confused but lined with a some sort of fondness in his eyes. Lance sits in the illustrator, fingers idling with his own coffee cup. Yeah, your favorite. Chocolate espresso. Keith's adorably thick brows furrow. How did you know they were my favorites? He sounds confused. But there's something else at play there. That fondness just won't seem to go away. But also, oh, frick. You told me? He tries again. The corner keeps a switch, like a smile fighting to be released. Nope. Lance still said, cocked what he hopes is a charm spirit. Lucky guess? They stare at each other for a long moment. Lance holds his breath, watching as Keith looks him over. Watches that captain look in his eyes, softly. Watches as something happens inside that dark navy gaze. Hey, wait a second. Why does Keith get donuts and we don't? Page's voice cuts through the moment. Right. They're not alone. But whatever he saw growing in Keith's eyes, that little bit of softness gives Lance enough courage to just shrug, plastering a smirk on his lips as he says, Guess I'll just like him more. He glances sidelong, giving him a quick wink. Hunk chuckles and Paige groans. He just rolls his eyes, looking back down at the notebook in front of him. A small, shy smile playing across his lips. Beneath the table, his niece nudges Lance. Lance nudges him back, and then Keith's ankle hooks around his own and stays there. Lance has a hard time studying after that, but hey, it still counts it as a win. Considerably so. Okay, so man, Lance knew what is Keith's favorite drink and his favorite food from the coffee shop because he has been visiting that coffee shop and try to order some sort of stuff there. You get that vanilla latte, that's Keith, and then some chocolate espresso, that kind of donut that Keith specifically likes. I think it's for the game, isn't it? And then it's got the which one? The bitter coffee, that's for Veg, and then the Americano for Punk. I mean, how does he know all of this? Yeah, it's because of the game, isn't it? Right. That's the culprit right there. We'll see how that goes. Let's see how this get this thing going. Kate is late to the party, but Lance notices the moment he walks through that door. And that has nothing to do with luck and everything to do with the fact that he's had one eye glued to the door once he's around. Kate! He shouts, pretty much as he maneuvers around the room. In his rush to get to where Keith is hovering awkwardly in the entryway, he trips over no less than three people, stumbling, spinning, and dang near falling on his face. But before he can go down, an arm wraps around him. He's suddenly pressed up against a warm, sturdy, and broad chest. Another hand has snatched the half-empty drink out of his hand, holding it high and out of the way. Whoa, he reads, looking up and blinking owlishly into the pair of gorgeous navy eyes. They're so much more beautiful in person than in game. Might have done a great job and all, but he didn't capture the little flecks of purple in his eyes, or the little freckles dotting his nose, or the one dimple that gets right by a scar when he smirks all coy and confident, or how long his lashes are. Lance clears his throat, suddenly leaning in to keep because his legs feel like jelly. His hands pat his chest and try not to dwell on how firm he feels. Nice save, dude. He straightens, pulling back slightly. He chuckles, handing him his. Just how drunk are you? Lance skips, rolls his eyes. Believe it or not, I'm not. I'm just clumsy as heck. I am not. I'm very oblivious to my surroundings. Around you specifically, maybe. He watches as Keith lifts a brow, grin curling wider. It makes Lance dubious. Right. So, anyway, you're finally here, which means the party can really start. Screen face, replaced by an surprise. Have you been waiting for me? Of course, man. I invited you so I could hang out with you. I'm not about to get drunk without you. Now, come on. He takes Keith's hand, face burning as he turns around, dragging Keith deeper into the house. The party isn't some huge Greek banger, but it's big enough. People crowd the hallways and gather in the living room, dining room, and kitchen. They have to fight their way to the counter, crammed in close as they make. Lance hands Keith a bottle of whiskey without thinking, and Keith just raises around. How did you told me once? Keith gives a flat stare. Lance says, lucky guess? And I respond, it was the closest bottle. Keith, stop staring at me like that. But he doesn't listen. In fact, he turns, leaning his hip against the counter and crossing his arms over his chest, narrowing his eyes at Lance as he continues to stare. How did you always do that? Do what? Lance asked innocently, in his own broody concoction to avoid eye contact. Know my favorite things. And his closer, voice lower with the edge of something playful. Have you been asking Pidge about me? Lance faces, head lifting as he stares at the water. That would have been a much more believable excuse, huh? Damn, why did I think of that? Lance, please, don't make me embarrass myself. He says, short a second as he rolls his head sideways, so Keith with the best puppy dog eyes he can muster. Keith looks at him for a moment, his scowl slowly easing away. A smile slowly forming his lips. Like you need my help embarrassing yourself. Lance straightens immediately, taking the dig for what it is. A way out. A segue. It makes several spluttering, indignant sounds as he chuckles. You are rude. Lance! Punk's voice calls over the crowd in the kitchen. When Lance whips his head around, he sees a big brown hand waving. Beer pong! Keith! He whispers around again, grinning as he raises it up. Beer pong! I don't know how. I'll teach you. Come on! He grabs Keith's hand once more, dragging it off through the crowd. He doesn't protest. In fact, he chips his hand in Lance's hole, twisting the fingers together and squeezing Lance's hand, which caused him to run into someone and fall backwards. Never falling before Keith pulls him back by the hand, riding him with a soft chunk. Not a word, he grumbles, catching Keith softly. I wasn't going to say anything. Oh my god, Lance started to notice about Lance now that, like, wait, how does Lance know about his Keith's stuff? All of it. Again, because of the game, yeah, probably sure. Yeah, but he doesn't know he'll be part of the game. He might like it, he might not gonna like it. So and everyone starts going involved. Yeah, it's the college night kids, yeah. I don't do parties right now. It's not that life for me. I'm not the life of the party. I wish I could, but no. I'm like too old for that stuff. Can't do that. And I just been in the library. Well, I said Niger. That was my cousin. My cousin, Niger, had been this live at the park with his friends and a little shop there. They didn't have the beer. I think they, if he has an experience with the beer pong, like, I don't think Nigel watched this thing in the channel, but if he does, well then, now you know. Now all you know about this. If I'm gonna tell him about he's asking me to. No, let's have a little drink. Let's celebrate. I don't. I don't do anything stuff because yeah, I'm so innocent of how I want to drink there, but no, drink's not for me, okay? I don't drink, it's just so way over my head right now. So no, no thank you. Anyways, let's get back. Later that night, when they're good and buzzed, Lance never says flat in the face, booze, and both bravado. He has to wait it to come. He's not surprised to find Keith sitting out on the black porch. He lets the door close quietly, taking a moment to enjoy the fresh rush of cool air against his heated skin, and admire the way Keith looks, all relaxed and face at ease, gazing up at the stars. Hey man, he says, dropping onto the step to sit next to Keith, holding a drink out for him. One whiskey sour, courtesy yours truly, and the bartender app on my phone. Keith takes it, eyeing the drink without taking a sip. How'd you keep doing that? He asks something. It's not a customer or worry, but it's just instantly curious. When he looks up, Lance is captivated by that gaze, all dark and floating in the starlight. He's warm at his side, and it's not until that moment he realizes how close he sat. Pressed up along Keith's side shoulder to hit the thigh. He doesn't seem to mind. If anything, he leans into it. Lance's mouth feels dry, and when he licks his lips, he sees Keith snap down over him. Lance's mouth feels dry, and when he licks his lips, he sees Keith's eyes snap down to the motion. Do what? None of the things I like, he moves. I've been drinking Jack and Coke all night, but you know I like whiskey sours. Like yes, but Keith is already shaking his head. It's not just that. His words slur a bit. When he looks at Lance, there's a sharpness to his gaze, a calculation that lets him know that Keith's still very much in his right mind. His eyes narrow, searching Lance's face. You always know what to say to get me out of my head. What did to make me comfortable? What kind of things I like doing? Earlier, you knew I was getting overwhelmed with everything, even though I didn't say anything. I was just going to keep playing beer pong with you and honking pitch. Lance shrugs, feeling his arm rub against Keith's. In his way, stared out into the yard. I know parks aren't your thing. Sometimes you just need to get some fresh air. Yeah, but I never told you that. Maybe I'm just so observant. Lance is flat and exasperated, and Lance sighs, squeezing his eyes shut as he tilts his head back, letting the gentle night breeze calm him. Okay, but you can't. You have to promise not to freak out or make fun of me. I can promise the first, but not the second. Lance leans into Keith, shoving his shoulder with his own. You're so rude. Why do I like you? So you do like me. Oh, oops. Lance eyes snap open, turns to look at Keith, and whoa, super close. Way too close. Eyes all lit and smile lifting his cheek and making that little dimple pop. Lance looks down, staring at the drink in his hand and stumps. Yeah, I thought that was kind of obvious. He just shrugs, taking a sip from his cup. So, back to what you were saying. Lance says, right, so, no, Matt, right? Matt Halt? He nods, and Lance leans forward, resting his elbows and knees, creating his cup between his hands, and spinning tap out of him against the plastic. Know that the dating sim game he made is making, I guess? Yeah, he says something. I heard about it. I was one of the beta testers for him. Do you, Until said, glancing at Keith out the corner of his eye. Do you remember how Matt threatened me to put you in the game? He feels Keith tense, watches as his eyes when his jaw goes slack. Both powder lips parting. No. Lance offers a wry smile which shoots up. Yeah. No. Yep. He didn't. Oh, he did. Lance laughs again, leaning back against one hand and setting his drink aside. Nearly forgotten. He turns to Keith, admiring how adorable he looks when quickly shot. He stares from the distance before it turns to Lance. It looks like he's having a hard time processing it. So Lance decides to throw him a bone. Reaching out, he hooks a knuckle under Keith's chin, gently close to his mouth. Don't worry, he did you justice. Like, it's incredibly true to character. You're easily my favorite, like, by far. But I still understand if you want to go punch a man in the face for including you without telling you. I'm going to kill him. He whispers distantly. Yeah, I don't blame you. Wait. He blinks, eyes coming back to focus on Lance's face, eyes searching. His brow furrows, eyes staring in direction. I was your favorite? Yeah. Lance snatches his hand back, looking away as he scratches the back of his neck. His laugh sounds strained. Imagine my surprise when one day you were just kind of there in front of me. My in-game boyfriend, right there, in flesh. Glanced back to see Keith, like eyes from his processing. Is that why you ran away the first day? Another laugh bubbles from him. This one more general lie. First day? Try the whole first week I knew you. It was weird, dude. I had a crush on you before I even knew you were real. Keith's eyes snapped back to him, sparkling with a sharp clarity that makes butterflies wreak havoc on Lance's insides. Then those lips, those devilishly tempting lips, curled into a wicked smirk. He half turns, knees bump into Lance as he plants a hand behind him, leaning in until Lance can feel Keith's breath ghosting across his lips. He shivers despite the fire raging in his belly, eyes wide but unable to look away. Do you still have a crush on me? Keith asked, voice all over me. You're so close, and I can't think. Maybe? Yes? Keith's eyes search for his. I can't move. Keith tilts his head, lining up the lips, pausing as he waits. Claire giving Lance a way out, but he doesn't want to. Phil's heart stutters as Keith's breath goes over his cheeks. Goose bombs shiver across his skin and have nothing to do with wind. Heat surges through his veins, and that has nothing to do with alcohol. And when he gets tired of Keith waiting, he leans forward, close in distance so to press their mouths together. Soft and hesitant, lingering for only a moment before he pulls back. But then Keith's hand is at the back of his head, cradling his neck as he pulls him back, crushing their lips together more firmly, tilting his head until they slide together perfectly. And Lance melts gets it into his hold, all over him. Rapidly oozes into Keith's lap as he licks into his mouth, a soft needed noise escaping him as his hand clutched at Keith's shirt. And in his haste to get situated properly in Keith's lap, he ends up toppling over, pulling Keith with him so they fall off the porch and into the grass, locked in a tangle of long limbs and bony elbows. Moisture soaks into his clothes, but he's not sure if the grass is wet or if he spilled their drinks. But he doesn't care, and neither does Keith, laughing as he pulls Lance back to him, pressing lips together once more like he's hungry. And Lance? Yeah, Lance is pretty sure he's died and gone to heaven. Yep. Lance giving a little confession to Keith about this, being part of the game, and they finally did it. And then he finally asked the question that that for Keith asking this question, does Lance still have a crush on Keith? And he was confusingly saying yes. They did. They finally make out. Like every other story that we have on our base. every mutual finding story that I read so many times. It's like so great. Now here comes the confrontation. This is oh boy. I might be sound ugly, but this is a confrontation time. Let's confronting this situation here. Oh boy. So let's get to it. Oh my god, seriously? Lance does his Kate shoving away with Ella. Turn back to Lance and hunching over the laptop screen to hide it. You chose to take me to a movie for a first date? That's a classic first date thing, Keith snaps. And though his head is bowed, Lance can see his ears are burning. He smiles, reaching forward to wrap his arms around Keith's waist. Lance give a few rough tugs, dragging him across the bed so he can lean up against the wall and pull Keith to lean back against his chest. He chuckles, nuzzling Keith's red ear as he murmurs. Maybe, but I'd rather do something romantic or something. At least pick a place we can at least talk. He grumbles, slouching further down against Lance's chest, easing the thighs, bracketing his hips at armrest. He pulls his knees up, propping the laptop in his stomach. Just let me play the game. Lance presses a quick kiss to his temple before Red's cheek atop that messy mop of soft black hair. I just figured you'd be better at seducing me in the game, seeing as you're already dating. Shut up. I'm not used to playing these types of games. Besides, you're a lot easier to talk to than Leandro. He's based on me. It should be easy, like you managed to seduce my character on the first try. Keith scoops. Well, actually, he turns, gazing up at him with eyes. Seriously? Lance just smiles, swooping down to press a quick kiss to his warm palm before nuzzling against him. Yep, I didn't have to try with you. It was pretty easy. There's a reason why you're always my favorite. Yeah, well, Keith hops, turn back for as he clicks through more dialogue. I didn't have to try with the real you. I just had to smile and you fell for me. Lance can hear the cocky smile in her voice. Literally, into a bush, several times. I was trying to escape, Why? You're pretty, and it scared me. He chuckles. One hand Illy run up and down his head. Do I still scare you? Lance turns so he can feel his mouth get similar. I'm getting used to it. Now, back to the game. You better not pick a horror movie when you get to the theater. Lance, shut up, let me play the game. It's my heart you're playing with. No, it's a digital version of you named Leandro. He turns there, just enough that Lance can see a smirk and catch look in his eyes. I've already got your real heart. And that heart of his, it flips and skips at least 12 beats before going into overtime. And his arms turn around Keith's waist, and he leans forward to bury his face in the curve of his shoulder. Yeah, he mumbles. I need to stop his mouth. I guess you do. And that's pretty much it, guys. Oh my goodness. Yep. They finally found out right now. And then at the end, he really wanted to try this game because he wanted to recreate the character like the android, similar to Lance, but I want to make it a little different. It's a custom game. Oh, right. This is a custom game. I completely forgot about this. Matt created this for that little custom game and all such stuff. So yeah, now that we know about all his schemes and all schematic and stuff, yeah, looks like we're done with this one. Like we're done with this. But I have one more fic that I have not read it yet. I have one more one shot I haven't read it to you, and that is Drift Compatible. Yep, this is the only fic that I haven't read this one, but that will be in the next video. So can't wait to finish this fic, and that's it. I covered everything, and then I will not be back until we have the things or something going around forward. But yeah, that's all. All right, I'll see you guys next time with that next pick, and that will be it for Awesome Multiverse for now. All right, guys. Goodbye.